Hello everyone, welcome. Today, as you can see, we're going to be storing away some photo cards and also having just like a nice little Yap catch-up session. I have a lot to put away. I have even more than this to put away, but I'm trying to take it in chunks, trying to take it in pieces, because a lot of the other stuff I have to put away is going to involve like setting up new binders and doing new layouts and doing all of that. So I figured we would start easy and ease our way into it and do what we already have kind of set up, which is like Stray Kids, zerobaseone, and then this actually will be a new binder for today. And then in our next storing photo card video, I'm going to be setting up more binders, more layouts, and my collection is really going to be expanding into something I kind of talked about at the beginning of this year, which is, you know, making it really organized, really put together, really stored like it needs to, so taking things one step at a time. But yeah, I thought we would start easy today with stuff I kind of already have set up. So I have a lot of piles in front of me. The piles kind of go as follows. This is all Stray Kids stuff. This is all zerobaseone stuff, and then this is going to be what is going to be known as my miscellaneous binder that we'll set up today. So I have a lot of cards from different groups that I love, but I don't necessarily collect. And I've just held on to these cards for a good number of years, and they've just been floating around. And I was like, it's finally time for them to have a home, for them to stop being in these containers. And so, yeah, that's what this pile is. So I also wrote down like a whole list of topics and stuff that I want to yap about, because it has been a while and I have kind of been like soft promising that I was gonna catch up with everyone and just kind of explain like my small hiatus last year and into this year, and just like how I'm kind of feeling, how we're doing, how the vibes are. So yeah, I did write down a list of topics of things I kind of want to go over because I didn't want to like forget anything, but we may deviate from it. I don't know, we always kind of manage to get off track. But with that being said, I feel like I am kind of going to jump around a lot in this video in storing things, because I kind of have how my list of topics is laid out is kind of how I want to like talk about things. And some things I want to talk about when I'm storing Stray Kids, some things I want to talk about when I'm storing zerobaseone, and I feel like it doesn't flow with the conversation. As you can tell, I've really thought a lot about this. Anyone that's new here is going to be like, what is this girl doing? Like, just store the photo cards. I'm an overthinker and I've been really anxious the last little while, so we're just gonna do it this way. So with that being said, I'll leave timestamps down below if you are only interested in looking at certain collections. You might not be like following with the conversation, but you'll at least know where we're storing things in the video. So with that being said, hello everyone, it's been a while. We're gonna start with Stray Kids first. Yeah, we're gonna start with my first pile of Stray Kids here. So we'll move everything off to the side and make room. This first pile, mostly up until like here, this first pile is gonna be like my album stuff that I need to put away from Hop 8 and also Karma and Do It, all of the things. So I have my binder right here. I do still have a lot of holes for these collections. I honestly have not been into trading at all like the past year. I really need to get back to it so I can get caught up with Stray Kids stuff. Usually I feel like I'm pretty caught up with new releases like during the era that it's happening, but I really have just been falling behind since Hop era. So a lot of these I need to go back and collect like missing things. As you can see like what's missing and stuff. I have cards to trade. I just need to like make the effort to post them. And like I have been thinking about maybe like making a video, which is also like will help me to stop procrastinating doing this. But I thought about making like a how to trade photo cards in 2026 video. I don't know if that would be like interesting or like helpful. I feel like a lot of people who watch me probably already know how to do this, but I also know that like K-pop is becoming more and more popular like every single day, and there's people who are like wanting to get into collecting and stuff and just like don't understand or like know where to start when it comes to trading and stuff. So I had thought about making like a like how to trade specifically on Instagram, like how to trade in like 2026, because trading in general has changed so much in the time that I have been like a part of the community. Like when I first started collecting in 2021, it's so different to like how it is now, especially with like the tag system no longer working and being like so useless basically. So I don't know, if that's something you're interested in, let me know, and like I will within the next week try and like figure out what it is I want to put up for trade, and as I'm doing that I will like film my process and like film a video on it. Maybe that will also, like I said, help me with motivation and trying to put all trades up, because it is a lot of work, like posting and getting stuff ready for trades, but then also like messaging people and then packing and then send out and like all that. Like trading is like work. Like trading and selling photo cards on the side is like a hobby in itself of collecting. It's like a subgenre of collecting almost. But anyway, that was just a long-winded way to say that like I need to just get back into trading so I can get some of these older eras finished up. Like it's crazy that I just don't have this finished, but you know, I mean, life has been kind of all over the place and kind of crazy, but we'll get there. Also, like, I have to always remind myself too that it's not a race, right? Like I don't have to race to get my collection done. I can kind of take a breath, take it as I need. The cards will always be there. So yeah, I'm kind of just flying through this first section really quick so I can kind of figure out what I'm doing and kind of getting into it. I also haven't filmed like this in a while, so I feel like I have like a little bit of stage fright. It always takes me a little bit of time to kind of get back into filming and feeling a little bit comfortable and just kind of like getting into my yap flow state, as you will. But yeah, I think that's all I had for Hop. It was just a couple of cards that I had and stuff, but yeah, honestly, this era could be much worse. I could be missing a lot more, but I'm only missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm only missing 7 cards. So not the worst of the last 3 eras that I need to do. Okay, now we are moving into Karma, and I think this is where I'll start to get into my topics list, because this is kind of where I dropped off the face of the earth last year, was like right when Karma was coming out, and I like went on my like 7th month hiatus, basically. And I don't want to get like too in the weeds of everything. Like I don't want this to be too like sad and depressing, because that's not fun to like listen and hear when you're trying to like watch something to escape, you know. But it is just something I wanted to talk about briefly. But yeah, if you've been following my channel since last year, then you probably knew that I took like a little bit of a break right before Karma, and I didn't post anything about Karma, and I didn't really do anything, and that's because around that same time, my grandmother, who was a really important part of my life, actually passed away. And it was something that like we knew was coming. It just kind of was like one of those things of like when, and it was a little bit sooner than any of us were really expecting, even though, like I said, we knew it was a possibility. But it just hit home a lot harder. And it kind of spiraled me into a deep depression that I was already kind of like on the rocks of hitting, that I kept trying to push through. But yeah, that was kind of like the final straw for me, was experiencing that loss. And I just kind of lost myself too, in a lack of better words. And so I really like needed to push forward and just like focus on myself, and just like I couldn't even think about K-pop. I couldn't think about like unboxing and like trying to come on camera and be like, oh my god, new album, you know, like it just didn't feel authentic or like feel like me. So I did take a step back, and then it ended up being a long step back. Like I think when I came back to finally get ready for Do It, and I looked at the actual stats, and I was like, oh my gosh, no way, like it had been that long. But it had been that long since I posted. And I think also what made it harder too is I didn't post a lot before then either, because that was like in the midst of like Stray Kids tour, and I had meant to post, and I like still do. I still have like my decorating lightstick video that I never posted. I have my freebies that I made for tour video that I never posted, and like I don't know if there's any interest also in those at all now, or like if I should post them, if I should just scrap them or whatever, let me know. Before that too, before like my loss, it was just like craziness with Stray Kids tour, and I just got behind with schedule. And then when I came back from tour, I was like, I'm gonna hit the ground running, I'm gonna like get caught up. And then that happened, and it was just like full-blown meltdown, you know, like it was just not a good time. I just went into like a big spiral. And honestly, I didn't have like the most amazing tour experience either. Like tour was actually really hard on me as well. And this is something that I'm a little bit hesitant to talk about, but also I did see Stay Yapper a couple of months ago post similarly about this, and I thought that she was like so brave to do so. Maybe that sounds stupid, but I thought that she was so brave to like talk about it and to like express her feelings on it, because it was something that I had also been feeling as well. But basically her feelings and my feelings were basically like we kind of felt a little bit detached from Stray Kids after the world tour, and especially after the Washington DC show that both of us actually ended up attending. Yeah, so I was a DC survivor. I had actually planned to make like a whole like experience video on that, because honestly that was the craziest day of my life. Like I have never experienced anything like that at a concert, let alone as just like a day in my life. Like that day was something else. Like I will never forget how miserable, how hot, how frustrated, how scary that day was, because it just was like insanity. And I know like so many people made videos about it, but I also feel like if you weren't there, then you also like truly didn't get the full essence of just like how insane that day was. And I also had VIP that day, so I was on the floor and like watching actively like people get worse and worse from being on the floor, because it was like 115 degrees Fahrenheit that day. But something that came of that is I feel like there was sort of like a soft falling out with Stray Kids because of that. And unfortunately, like it's not something that it's the kids' fault, right? Like I want to make it clear that like that the DC show stopping / like them even going on to perform in the first place was not their fault. It's not something that I blame them for, right? They did everything in their power to make sure that like Stay was safe that day, that they could do as much as they can. So it's not like I'm blaming the kids at all, but that day just like was really hard, and I had built up the tour to be like this really like important thing for me. And so like experiencing that and having a really bad experience with it, and like having to be better after that, because I did get sick after that. I think a lot of people got sick, like heat stroke sick after that. I don't know, it was just like one of those situations where I kind of like I said distance myself for Stray Kids, because I didn't feel that same spark. Like there was just something about that day that really like shifted my interest in Stray Kids, but which also made me so sad, because like a lot of people, I turned towards Stray Kids for a lot of comfort, and so like having my comfort kind of be ripped away and not feel as connected to it anymore really sucks and it's really scary, and it's like I didn't want to feel that way, and I felt guilty for feeling that way, but it just like, I don't know, it's just something about the emotions, and it like I said, it's not anyone's fault, and I get scared to talk about this because I feel like some fans these days are just so intense about things, and they value your worth as a fan in very specific ways. So I feel like talking about being like, oh, I kind of fell out of love with my ult for a little bit constitutes as like, oh, you're not a fan anymore, you're not a true fan, you don't deserve all this, like blah blah blah, you know. So like that's why I say like I was so happy to see Stay Yapper kind of talk about it as well, because I was like, I'm feeling all those things also. Like I feel very similar to what she's saying, and that those emotions, and like I don't know, I felt comfort in knowing that I wasn't alone in those feelings, you know. But that also put me into a big spiral of like, oh my god, am I losing touch with K-pop? Like, am I losing my interest in K-pop and like all of this? And so the timeline of things was like, Stray Kids tour happened last year in summer. DC happened in June. Like I said, I felt some type of way after that show. Like, it's really hard to put into words like what that feeling is. Like, it's just hard to explain. And like I said, it's not directly linked or like projected onto the kids. It just was like, it felt like a beautiful moment that was meant for Stay and for me, and for something that I was really looking forward to, and that like I was like, just gotta get it to this concert and I'll be okay. And it was like ripped away and like it just really broke something inside of me, and it really just like started like a small separation from the kids. But that was like in June, and in that time of like starting to feel like I'm spiraling into this depression, I was like, well, I knew that KCON was coming up. So from June to August, I just had to wait because KCON was coming up, and that's where like ZB1 was going to be and a lot of other great artists that I was looking forward to. So I was kind of trying to fill the void of feeling a little bit sad about Stray Kids and that with ZB1 at KCON. And I also knew too, with KCON coming up, and with just zerobaseone in general, I knew that this would possibly, then I was still pretty hopeful, but I was like, there is a good possibility that this could be the last time that I see like OT9, ZB1 in person, and that KCON was going to be like a full event all for them for me. So I was like really, you know, putting all of my energy into ZB1 then too at that time, because I was like sad about the possibility of their future, and I also just wasn't feeling so hot about Stray Kids at the time. And so I went to KCON in August, and it was amazing. That weekend was truly, truly, truly incredible, and I felt like I was on a high. I was honestly feeling way better about K-pop and stuff in general, and I was like back from that, and I was like, I'm gonna get back into making videos, because like I said, I had to put a pause on making videos too during that time, because I was just focused on tour and getting ready for tour and stuff. So I came back from KCON and I was just like so ready to get back into it. And then a week later is when my grandmother passed, and I just, like I said, it was just a full spiral, and everything that I had kind of tried to push down and just kind of get through bubbled up, and I just, yeah, it was just kind of a lot. And so I took that break. I had made the community post saying that like, I'm taking a break, I'm not gonna, you know, be here for a little bit. I didn't know when I was gonna be back, and I didn't come back until Do It was announced. And yeah, that's kind of now like where we are. I'm gonna talk a little bit about it, but I was just noticing that actually I sleeved these concept cards because I didn't think I had them in here, but I actually already did have them in here. So I guess I will just put these to the side. This is how out of it I am. I just like don't even remember like what's in my binder. But yeah, so post grandmother, I was really not doing so hot. Speaking of DC, oh my gosh. these pobs are from the DC show. And I thought it was only fitting that I also get these as part of my collection. But also because they have flowers in them, I just thought, you know, they're just so cute. It's kind of a makeup for that show being so awful. It's just, we get cute pobs out of it. I think there's actually a couple more pop sets in here. Yeah, we move into now more pop sets that I have for Karma. So I'm just gonna grab a whole stack of pages and we'll put it in here. But yeah, so in the time between August and the beginning, when did Do It come out? Was Do It this year? I think so. So in the time between that, I'd really tried to like feel better about things because, like I said, I wasn't feeling so hot about everything. But in that, I do feel like I kind of lost my place in the K-pop community, I guess, in a sense. And like, this is also another thing I don't really know how to like describe, but I just felt like I found it hard to find a place for me, like in the fandom and like in the community, because I kind of did, from then I just kind of did fall out of K-pop generally. Like I just felt like I just wasn't having a whole lot of fun. And I think, again, it's from a various number of factors. Like, it was feeling a little bit down after the Stray Kids Washington, D.C. show. And then, like, with the impending future of, like, zerobaseone, it was, like, hard to, like, really be excited about a lot of, like, K-pop stuff when, like, my ults were just, like, causing me a bit of, like, turmoil, I guess, in a sense. So I feel like I lost, like, where I fit in within the community. Like, not that I really fit in a big way anywhere, but I don't know. I just felt like, I don't know, I like didn't really like get onto social media that much. I didn't really interact with anyone that much. Like, something I feel so bad about is I feel like I stopped responding to people and like responding to comments and like DMs and people reaching out to me. I just like stopped doing that because it gave me a lot of anxiety and I just wasn't really myself. And I just feel so guilty now because I feel like I unintentionally like ghosted a lot of people who reached out to me during that time. And now every time I post like on my story on Instagram, I feel so guilty because I'm like, here I am posting on my story freely when there's like messages on messages and messages from people from months ago that I never responded to, and like they can see my story. I don't know. As you can see, I really have like spiraled the last couple of months with things, which I know isn't healthy, and like I'm trying to get better about things and stuff and be in a better mindset, but this is just kind of where my head is that yeah, I felt like I lost my motivation for K-pop and I didn't feel like I belonged in the fandom anymore, but I also still really cared a lot about like the music and my collection, and I like really wanted to be here and I really wanted to get back to being as involved in the fandom and as I had been. Very complex feelings that like probably would be better in like therapy rather than during like a storing photocards video. But yeah, I just like, I don't know, there's just something during this time that I just like lost myself and my sense of community and just like wanting to like interact with people. So like I just want to say that like if you've tried to message me in the last year and like I didn't respond, please know that like it wasn't intentional, but your girl was just like fighting demons so hard, and the thought of trying to talk to someone normally just gave me like so much anxiety, and I feel guilty about it and I feel really bad about it. So like if there's something that you really want to like talk about, try and like bump your message and I will try to be better about it. I like am trying to be better about answering messages, but still there's sometimes I still just like drop off the face of the earth, and like my poor friends that I do talk to with daily or weekly, like they have to live through me being like, so sorry, like had to step away for a little bit again. So but yeah, I just like, I don't know, things are just kind of weird around here, and I feel like I'm slowly starting to get better with things. But it is a process, right? Like mental health is always a process. It's like always a journey. I wish that there was like a magical off switch, right? That you could just be okay and feel okay like in an instant. So I don't know. Yeah. So that's just kind of like a small but heavy recap about where I was like the last little bit. And like I feel like I'll talk about a little bit more too about my falling out with K-pop when we get to the ZB1 collection, because that also was like a big factor of like feeling really disinterested in K-pop, because like actively watching one of your old groups like disintegrate in front of your eyes and like wanting to be there for like the last part of their journey, but also like being so depressed about watching the last part of their journey also does something to your brain chemistry that like when you're not feeling well makes it even worse. Imagine that. So like I will talk a little bit more about that too, because yeah, ZB1 also was like a huge factor in me having a hard time too like the past year, but I feel like we're getting a little bit better. It's gonna be good. I don't know. I feel like that was so depressing. Again, like if you've never been here before, you're like, what the hell is this girl talking about? And also, I don't know. Maybe I'll fully like scrap this video and it'll just be a fully sped up speed run with music in the background because I'm too embarrassed to post this video because of what even is this video. I don't know. I thought that the topics list would help, but I also feel like it makes me sound like a crazy person who was like venting to people online. I don't know. That being said though, we put away the cards I had for Karma. I'm so sorry I didn't talk about any of it during that. Karma is just kind of a little bit of a pain point for me, just because of like the timing of like when it came out. But this is the state of it. I need to, like I said, go back and collect a lot of this. I also didn't buy a ton of albums for this, so I am missing a lot more cards than I feel like I normally would, just because I solely just didn't buy a ton of albums during this time, despite what like the pre-order benefits look like. I like bought the pre-order benefits without buying the albums basically, so that's why I have so many here. Yeah, now we'll move into Do It. I was gonna pull up a template because I cannot remember like what cards are supposed to go with which. I'll probably end up like reorganizing this a bit later when the collection is done, but I figure we'll just put fillers and stuff in for now. So I think for the Do version, I only have Sungmin. Oh gosh. I don't know. It says I'm supposed to have this Sungmin card, but it's not in my pile. So I don't know. I don't remember if that's like one I was gonna trade with a friend, or I have and it's just not in my pile somewhere. Which is very plausible also. But, okay. We'll just put in fillers for now, and I'll figure out if I can see what happened to that Sungmin card. Honestly, don't know. Story of my life. Okay, units. I think I was planning to put the units all on one page. Oh my gosh, I probably should have organized this a little bit better. Where are the units? Did I not? I'm missing cards. Cards must be somewhere other than here, because I don't have any of the units sleeved or like in the stack. But it says I have 2 of them. Well, we're already off to a great start. We're already off to a great start with Do It. Alright, so we're 0 for 2 on pages here. The mirror cards, I am not going to put the mirror cards in my binder. I saw that Carolyn did, which honestly, go for it, girl. I'm so surprised that she put those in her binder just because they are so thick. I don't think I'm going to. Also because I don't think I have all of them, and I honestly don't have the care to trade for all of them, I think. So I'm just gonna take this out for now, but I love that Carolyn put them in their binder. I'm like living vicariously through Carolyn's binder right now because she's so much more organized than I am right now. It's insane. Okay, I do have the lenticulars though. I have quite a lot of the lenticulars, which is great. And I feel like it's funny too that I'm like, I'm not gonna put the mirror cards in because they're so thick, and then the lenticular cards are also quite thick. But those mirror cards are like actually like, they've got some like thickness to them. Like they really are like nice and thick. I feel like I should double sleeve these like lenticulars though, so they don't move around in the sleeve. Do I have all of the lenticulars? I think I actually tried to get back in trading during this time. And so I think I have all of these pink lenticulars. And I'm only missing Chan's for the darker concept lenticulars. Also, I feel like lenticulars like on camera and like in a binder just look crazy because they're in between like both of the images. Cool. So I'm just gonna take off the label. So that's done. Yay! 1 page done. Lenticular 2. Yeah, this I'm definitely gonna go back and like rearrange this collection once I have like most of the cards, because when I set this up, I was just setting them up from the like album previews. And nowadays I like for my collection to like flow from one concept or like one look to another, so it feels very like uniform. And right now this is very like all over the place. So these will definitely like get rearranged in order later on once I have things a little bit more together. I'm gonna like, we're taking a little bit of a break from the topics because I feel like I fully need to focus on this because I have no idea what's going on with Do It. But also the next thing I have on my topic list is talking about like ZB1, and I kind of want to talk about that during like the ZB1 section. So we'll get a little break before we jump back into the like that. I don't know. I feel like this video was so not entertaining because it's just like sad. I don't know. The next one will definitely be better because I'll have said everything that's kind of been like on my mind in this video and won't be as sad and depressing because I am feeling a little bit better about things. But yeah, sorry for this one. I do have like half of the cards though here for the It. Or no, for the accordion version, I mean. We just did the It. Wait. Oh. What? No. Okay, sorry. The It cards are the pink cards. Sorry, this is why I was glad I'm not multitasking right now. Because I don't know what's going on. Here we go. These are the accordion cards. I'm looking at a template and I still have like no idea what's going on. So I think I have some of these like soft lined up in a trade maybe. I don't know. I need to check in with my friend Catherine because we had set aside some cards for each other, I think. And I have them in a pile next to me. I just can't remember what we had agreed to trade for. But I feel like this Chungbin was probably one of those things that we were going to trade for. But yeah, so this page is almost done. Okay, now we get into the accordion cards. And these I have like halfway there. I love this concept. Like, I love the pink too because we finally like get some fun like color and stuff, but I do absolutely love like the styling of the kids in this look. And like, I love that they picked this look for the accordion covers because they just, oh, they're so pretty. I love them so much. They look so good. They look so good. So yeah, I'm only missing Chan and Changbin for this. I always feel like I'm missing Chan. I don't really pull a ton of Chan on my own, so I always have to trade for him. Okay, accordion done. The accordion ptob, which are these ones where they're like on the blue background. I feel like if these weren't popped, like if these didn't come with the album, I probably wouldn't collect them. I feel like I'm at a point with my collecting that I don't love like photo cards that look like they could just be sent from Bubble. Like I feel like I'm at a point where I just love like really themed and cutesy or like prop cards, or like these I don't feel like a strong like attachment to. But like if they come with the album, I will collect all of them because I have enough cards, right, to fill the set. But yeah, I feel like right now I'm just not the biggest fan of like normal everyday photo cards because I feel like photo cards are so oversaturated at this point that I'm like, if I want to collect them and I want to spend money on them, I want them to be like nice and cutesy and like fun. And like, I don't know if that's like a hot take that's gonna get me like attacked. But those are my feelings, is like, these could just be bubble selfies, right? That like we print out on our own. It's not like these ones where like they're on set and like their makeup and stuff. It just like, going from this to this just like doesn't feel as exciting. And like as much as I love the kids and like how beautiful they look and like Felix's like cute little blush here, just like I'm good on it and being a photo card, you know. Okay, Plave. I have my Plave albums and they've just honestly been sitting. I need to open them. Same with like my Skizoo stuff. I need to open them. They've just been sitting in the corner of my house. Should I put fillers in for these though? Will I have enough fillers if I like put this in here? Maybe I'll speed through this because this is gonna be, I won't have anything to say during this. This will be very boring. Okay, I think for now, I don't know. I don't know what to do with the Evil Skizoo set. So I did order, I have 2 Evil Skizoo albums. So I will have 2 photo cards for like each of these. But like, I just don't know how hard it will be to collect like a full set of these. And I also saw Carolyn talk about this too in like one of her more recent photo card storing videos, because she's also like a full OTA collector for album stuff like I am, and she's like, even she was like a little bit worried about like collecting. And I feel like my gauge is, I'm like, if Carolyn's worried, I should be worried because she's a lot more on top of things than I am right now. Maybe I'll just put these to the back so like if I change my mind I have a place for them. But I like, maybe I'll just like collect Chan and like call it a day for this, because I do feel like it is really evil for the Evil Skizoo version that they just didn't give us full OT8 sets for it. Like, the concept of the speaker version was so cool, but it was so expensive and so hard to ship to places that I was like, there should have been like full OT8 photo card sets in each of these to like get your money's worth. But like, I don't know, I guess that's just JYP being JYPE, you know? Okay, getting back into it though, I don't think I need my template anymore, because it's just oh, did I not put a spot? Oh, I don't think I put a spot for the IDs, because I don't think I was really that hell-bent on collecting the IDs, but I did. So we'll have to put in a page here for the IDs. Also, sorry if you hear noise outside. I think my neighbors are like mowing their lawn right now and like doing lawn care because it's so nice outside. So if you hear some like rogue noise in the background, know that it's my neighbors taking care of that. Okay, so yeah, for Target, I'm missing some stuff, but I think I did have some trades maybe lined up for this. I need to check, honestly, about what I have and what I need to look for. I think I have cards, though, to trade. But yeah, so Target needs some work. I'm gonna put in a page for the IDs. This should probably go up here, though. Maybe I'll just put them here for now. So they're like kind of part of the pink set. Like I said, we're gonna rearrange this later. But for now this will work. Yeah, normally I don't like collecting ID cards, but I think because, oh, I made a little middle one for it already. I think because this, though, came with like a backing, I was like, okay, yeah, we'll collect them. Why not? Because that's my big peeve with ID cards, is I feel like they're just so awkward to store. Do I not have Chan or Sungmin? I guess not. That does look really nice as like a page, though. It is good probably that I collect those. Okay, now POBs. I do have a couple of POB sets. Just kidding, I only have one POB set. I thought I had more. Oh, I think I do. I think they're just like with my other albums and I haven't sleeved them, I think. But these are MeowCafeShop cards. I always order MeowCafeShop cards, like every era. Because I just love the holographic of MeowCafeShop. So, I'm pretty sure I have at least like 2 or 3 other POB sets though, because... Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I have them for like the Plave albums that I ordered. And the limited albums that I ordered. I just need to go and find them. Okay, and we'll just take this off for right now. Okay, so this is kind of what my Do It collection is looking like right now. It's not anything super special and to write home about because I'm missing a lot of stuff. I need to go find a lot of stuff that I have spread out amongst my house I need to trade for, but I don't know, not too bad for honestly like just putting in what I pulled. Okay, and yeah, I will figure out what to do with this at like a later date. We'll figure out later what to do with this, but now, so I still have this whole stack of Stray Kids cards and also this stack. So this is like, this whole stack is like collaboration and like event cards. So like all of like Pacific is in here. The Stray Kids Tamagotchi collab is in here. And then also the Stray Kids IMAX or like Cinemark, whatever it was, collaboration for their movie is in here that we need to put away. And then this is like yearly stuff, so like fan meeting and then also season's greetings and stuff. So, but like I said at the beginning, I am gonna kind of bounce around for topic's sake. So I'm actually gonna pull out my ZB1 binder next and we will start to put away some of that stuff. And then we will come back and do all the Stray Kids other event stuff in a bit. And maybe I do need to take a break because I can really hear the lawnmower right now. I don't know how well it's picking up on camera. But let me take a break and reset and then we'll come back with ZB1. Alright, here is my ZB1 binder. This is the MeowCafe A4 Plus binder. I think this is the 3-inch binder. And this is actually going to be changing. Well, I don't know about this specifically, but this collection is going to be changing in the next video because I did go and order another binder similar to this that I'm going to put like all of my larger inclusion stuff for ZB1 in. And I think I'm actually going to split up this also. I don't know. I haven't quite decided. I know at least I'm going to put like the larger inclusions in the other binder that I got, but I might also split up so that this binder is only like album stuff and then the other one is going to be larger inclusions and then like event, merch, season's greetings, whatever in it. But I don't know. We'll have to see when I put together that binder. I didn't want to do it for this video because that's just going to be like a whole overhaul and I'm still trying to find like all of the larger inclusions and stuff from the albums and like other areas of my house. So coming soon, but yeah, this binder is going to, or well, I guess I should say this collection is going to be like expanding and stuff. But yeah, I have though just photo card stuff with me today. So this whole stack in here is all of my reflow cards, and then this stack has mostly like Blue Paradise cards and then also event cards and membership cards and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to pull out all the Blue Paradise stuff. Okay, just kind of tried to separate it out for now. So let's flip back to Blue Paradise. I need to go through like Stray Kids and like just go and find like the cards that are missing from these older eras and stuff. But yeah, I have quite a lot of Blue Paradise cards. Put away. Okay. So, I guess we should first address the elephant in the room about ZB1 is that sadly, ZB1 is not the ZB1 we once knew. We know at this point that the two kind of sections of ZB1 have now split, and ZB1 now consists of Hanbin, Jung, Matthew, Tade, and Gunnock, and then we have a separate group with the rest of the members who are now forming and double, and both groups are set to like re-debut in May, and I'm so excited for them. I feel like for separation purposes this is kind of like the best outcome other than them staying together that we could have asked for. Like we could have had multiple split offs, we could have had individuals and solos for some, and then the rest of them being in 3 or 4 groups. Like I feel like overall this is the best outcome that we could ask for, though I don't know how necessary it really was. Like the separation really just doesn't feel like it was all that necessary, but I know that there was like disagreements between Wake 1 and UH Entertainment and all that and the money and just like, I don't know, the politics of all that, when I think about it, makes me really upset because realistically, if they kept ZB1 together, it probably would have been more successful and more profitable for them than to split them off. But hey, the fans and the members don't make the rules here, unfortunately. But yeah, so ZB1 is split. I guess I am kind of lucky too, in a sense that my main bias line is still all together. They're all kind of a part of ZB5, which was Hanbin, Matthew, and Jung. So they're kind of all together still, which I'm thankful for. I would have been happy still though if they did get separated. I would have still supported them. My plan is to still support everyone together. I just don't know what that means in terms of collecting for me. So I feel like I'm getting a little bit of ahead of myself talking about this. But yeah, the ZB separation was really, really hard. That's also why I feel like I had to take like a step back after KCON too. is just, again, watching the eventual countdown of the separation for ZB1 was really, really hard. And like I kind of mentioned before, I saw this in a tweet, but like someone tweeted out my exact feelings, which was like, I feel bad about missing out on like the last part of ZB1, but it makes me so sad to witness the last part of them. Like, it was a constant struggle, like every day, of like wanting to engage in the content and like be a part of an active part of the fandom, and, you know, like be there for their last moments. But it also was so hard because it was their last moments altogether. And like, I know that they'll still see each other and they're still friends and like brothers and stuff behind the scenes, but like it is just really hard that like an old group of yours has separated and then like is no longer what you once knew them to be. It's just hard because like, yeah, you wanted to I really wanted to enjoy like the last little bit of time with them, but it was really hard on me to do so, and then I felt guilty about it, but also I needed to do it for my own health. Like, it was just a constant like up and down cycle, and yeah, it was just hard. I feel like a lot of us were holding out hope for a long time that maybe they would still get to be together, or like in limited capacity they could all be together. But I guess in another universe we could. Not in this one though. But I will say that encore concert, like the very last day, that was pure torture. Watching that was pure torture to watch. Like, wow. It was so sad. I cried throughout the entire encore. Like, it was so sad to watch because you could tell the members were so sad about the situation, and just like, I don't know. I cried so hard though. Like, the tears wouldn't fall. And also, I was in LA. I was in LA during that time because I was there for another event that I went to like that weekend. And so it was so odd to like be in LA in a hotel room watching the Beyond live on my computer at like 3 a.m, just like sobbing my eyes out about like the death of zerobaseone, kind of like as we knew it. Like, so hard to watch. But like, I am so proud of them as like a full group, and I'm so proud of like what they were able to accomplish like together, and that they ended really strong. And like I said, I know that they'll still be like friends and like together. It's just so sad that they're just not together permanently, you know, still as a group. But I feel like now that we're kind of past like the initial separation and like kind of moving towards like our new norm with our two separate groups, it is getting a little bit easier. It's still not the easiest, right? But I feel like once they start to kind of like re-debut and stuff, it'll like feel like the new normal. It'll like feel like, you know, the separation is more real. Because honestly, in my mind right now, I still feel like zerobaseone are still a group together. Like, in my mind, they're just like on vacation, separated from each other, but they're gonna come back eventually. Like, they're still together. There's still a unit in my mind where like I know that that's not true. So I think once like the two new groups, right, like respectively start to release new music and stuff, then my brain, I think, will finally make that full separation. But yeah, but in my mind, I'm like, oh no, like how Eugen, Ricky, and Gyuven are just like on vacation right now from zerobaseone. And it's like, no, they're gone, girl. Like, I do think it will also help me and be like shock therapy in a sense, like when I go to open the next like zerobaseone album and there's only like 5 members in that album. I think that will also like hit me and be like, oh my gosh, like this is actually happening, like, you know, like this is the reality now. So I also, okay, now I can kind of get back to where I was going. I feel like I don't know still like what my plan is for collecting purposes. I'm obviously going to, sorry, I think I need to like pause for a second. I still don't know what's happening with this page. Like, these are like the keycap cards This is Matthew's. I don't know what would go on this page though, other than like when these sets are full, like what would be the third card set? Maybe I'll just soft put together this page and we'll figure it out later. Maybe there's like a pop set or something that like matches this look that I could put here down at the bottom. But this page is so awkward. This page is so weird because I ended up collecting like OT9 for the digipacks or like the zeros versions or whatever it really was called. So I don't have like these cards to put here because they're in full sets over here. I don't know. This page is kind of weird, but we'll just leave it for now, I guess. I think I was just saying that, like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing for collecting. Like, I'm gonna finish out, like, ZB1 post March 15th in this binder, and it's gonna be what it is, which is, like, I'm collecting my bias line and then, like, a few OT9 sets. But for, like, this new era of ZB1 and N-double, I don't know. Like, I kind of want to see like what the album details when they come out is kind of gonna look like, and maybe I'll just like end up just collecting June going forward. Maybe I'll collect like a couple of OT5. That's gonna be so weird now, like OT5 sets for some ZB1 stuff, and then for N-double I thought about collecting Guvin because Guvin has slowly been climbing up to join bias line. I really love Guvin. So I thought about collecting like Guvin for N-double, but I also don't know. I don't know. Here's the thing too, is I feel like in my mind, this is just me, so like if you do this, like don't take any offense, but like if I keep collecting my bias line, right, for new ZB1 releases, it's gonna be weird because I'm collecting half of the group already. So it's like, why don't I just collect Tere and Gunnock as well? But I don't know that I financially want to do that. Which is why I'm like, maybe I should just collect Jiwoon going forward, because like if I'm collecting 3 of 5, it's like, well, why aren't you just collecting full group? You know, like why not just do the full thing if you're halfway there? So like, I don't know. It's a big financial commitment, I feel like, now to have to think about collecting members from 2 different groups that were a part of one and like trying to figure out, I don't know. Like I said, I think I'll have to wait until the album's details kind of drop to see like what's going on and like what I want to do. Because I feel like I'm so lost with what I really want to do right now with collecting. And I don't want to, again, I don't want to be like, feel like I'm leaving half of a group out because I'm not collecting them, because technically they weren't a part of like who I was collecting before, if that makes sense. I don't know. So I'm still like in a dilemma. I might, like I said, I might just wait till the album drops. I might just collect Jiwoon going forward, but then it's like, do I add Jiwoon to like his special binder that I have already for him, and that's just like his collection, or do I just keep him in this binder but it's just him? I've never collected like an idol, like one idol that isn't in like an A5 binder before, so I don't know. I've never meaning like I've never had like an idol just being like a full like 9 pocket page on their own before, so like I don't know if I like that as a layout for me personally yet. I don't know. So many factors to decide. These pages are kind of weird. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have no idea what's going on. I have though some more POB sets to put away. I have another like OT9 set, and then I have like half of like my bias line. So I have these like panda like puppy ear ones of Hanbin, Jiwoon, and Matthew, and then I have like these like collar bite ones of Jiwoon and Matthew, so I would need to get Hanbin and then also like one more down here, and then maybe also another one for the page back here. I don't know. This is kind of a mess. I need to figure out my life so things aren't so chaotic. But we'll just put these in here for now. But yeah, I just, thinking about ZB1, it makes me, like, feel very melancholy. Like, I'm happy that they're all kind of still living their dream, right? And still getting to be an idol and, like, do what they want. And, like, now Jiwoong and Hanbin are also, like, solo artists, in a sense. Like, they're gonna be, like, split between, like, doing ZB1 stuff and then also their solo stuff, and I'm like so excited to see what they get to do. Like, I'm sure Jiwoong is gonna be bagging some like actor stuff. He's already been doing like magazine shoots. Like, I've been seeing Hanbin be like an endorser and like an ambassador for like a bunch of brands, which is really exciting. So like, it is fun to see like the members like now starting to move on to like a new chapter of life and like getting different opportunities and stuff, but I do kind of mourn what we used to have, in the sense that like they're still all together. I don't mourn like the mistreatment of the members, obviously. Like, I've never seen Jiwoong more than I have in the last like month. Like, man really like left Wake 1 and he's like all over the place. Like, he's got magazine shoots, he's got a fan club now, he's like posting a bunch on Instagram. Oh, he was able to reopen his Instagram and he has like a Twitter account now, and like he's more active on Plush Chat than like ever before. Like, it's so exciting to see him like thrive now, because it really does feel like he was like stifled when solely under Wake 1, which is just like, why was that a thing? But so yeah, I am very excited to like see them thrive in like their new areas of life. It's just sad that it can't just be them all together though, thriving, you know? Okay, I just need to quickly, these are like double-sided cards. Which side do I like better? I don't know, I can't decide. Maybe I'll just do like the arrow one, and if I don't like it, I'll just flip it around. not that I mean like I don't like it, but like it's not my like favorite of the two. Anyway, so yeah, I think part of my hiatus too, just overall, getting back to that, is like it was just hard to be also a part of like an active fandom when like the fandom was mourning what was to come. So like, I just needed a full step back, I think, from K-pop and from my old groups, because they were just doing me more harm than good. And I feel like I'm slowly getting back to a better place, and I want to find my spot again, like in the fandom and in my community, because I do miss it. It just felt really dark there for a long time, and wasn't fun to be in, and wasn't fun to like engage with. And why did I put Hanbin down here? Okay, so I put away now all of my Blue Paradise cards. So going back, so this set is now done. I still need to get Jiwoong and Matthew for this one. I need to figure out what we're doing on this page, but like all the rest of like the OT9 stuff here is done. We have a couple of like full group pop sets. I need to get the rest of these for this pop set. I think I'm going to leave this page as is. I like this page. Get more here. And then we have another. Maybe I need to. Should I move this? This feels awkward now. I feel like I need to move this page up. Like that. Yeah, okay. Now we can move all into the Reflow, which was the last, obviously, full album. Well, it wasn't even a full album. It was the last album with the full group of zerobaseone. And I did decide to collect full OT9 for this because I was just going through it. It was like a heartbreak, so I wanted to really collect full OT9 for this. I'm still missing a couple of cards I need to, again, get back into trading. Oh my gosh. Jibung is the oldest, but, so that's why I keep wanting to put him first, but I ordered this so Hanbin is actually first because he's the leader. And these cards are clearly not in order. Alright, so yeah, so I still need Hanbin, Hao, and then also Gunnock for this set. I'll just put these white fillers in for right now. And then for the Polaroids, I think I did really good on the Polaroids. I think there's only maybe one that I was missing, or did I get a full set? I'm missing 2. Yeah, so I did really good on these. I was really close. These are also all out of order. Seeing like full sets like this almost, right, makes me want to go back and collect OT9. But that would be such a commitment. That would be such a commitment and like financial decision to do, and I feel like I'm kind of like, do I want to actually do it because I want it, or am I still just in my feelings, and so I'm trying to like fill the void with the idea of just collecting more, right? I don't know. I probably won't. Like, that's just way too much. Maybe I could go back and collect like one OT9 set that I don't have from like, you know, like from You Had Me at Hello to Melting Point and then Cinema Paradise. I have OT9 sets from Cinema Paradise. So maybe if just like from the first couple eras I like go back and collect like one full like album OT9 set, and maybe that will make me feel better. I don't know. But I am missing this. Like I said, I think it's better like that first, like after the first initial encore day and like week following, like that was just so hard because it like we knew what was happening, right? Like we had the direction of the members and stuff, but it still just kind of felt so confusing about like what was actually happening and like what the future was gonna look like. And like I don't know, that's when the UA members, their like bubbles, like their plus chats expired and they weren't allowed to post in like the membership community anymore, and then like the Zero's membership community also expired, so then like any of the remaining ZB5 members couldn't say anything in the membership. Like it was just very odd. Like I don't know. So like that time period, like for a week after, was really hard because we were still like, you know, dealing with the separation, but also it still felt like we were all in the dark about everything going on. Now things feel a little bit easier because like the Zeros are on 4th membership now. Like the 4th Zeros membership is now up. The UA members are now on Bubble. I just saw that they joined Weverse. They're probably gonna get like a membership here soon. Instagrams have like reopened and stuff, so like now feels a little bit better than it did, like I said, like a week after the first initial separation. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to watch like your favorite group, I feel like, in any capacity change. And like I've never personally in like my K-pop career, it's not really a career, you know, but like in my K-pop time, I've never experienced like a group that I really love and am into like separating. Like I don't know if it like lucky is the word, but I have been lucky in that like the groups that I really do love haven't like had to have a really hard separation, or like that I haven't experienced like a hard separation with them. So like this was definitely like a first for me with ZB1. And I think also why I took it so hard and like why it just was hard to be a fan of them kind of there for a little bit, because I didn't know how to handle the separation. Now, like I said, I'm feeling a little bit better. I feel like I'm getting a handle back on like things in life and like my fandom life. So, I mean, I feel like I am feeling a little bit better about the separation because we do have like a clear picture about what's going on. We have like debut dates, we have albums and upcoming plans. It's not like we're in the dark like we were. So, yeah, I don't know. I am just, yeah, excited for new stuff, I guess, because I want to experience this new era and what that kind of looks like. So I feel like I'm kind of rambling now. I kind of ran out of like the main topics with ZB1 that I wanted to talk about for now, and like that I really wanted to hit. But yeah, it was hard there for a bit because, like I keep mentioning, I really wanted to be a fan and be an active fan there between like October to February, but it was just so hard. And it was like you went on the timeline for like Twitter and it was just like doom and gloom, or like people trying to tell you not to be doom and gloom, and just like it wasn't very fun. Like Zero's Garden was not very fun there for a while, which is a bummer too, and why I like really tried to separate myself from the fandom, because I was like, if I'm not having fun, then, you know, why am I a part of this? I don't know. Anyway, here is the Reflow collection so far. It's pretty good, honestly. Just needed to get a few things. I feel like I should put like a colored sleeve or something behind this so you can't see through the back, but I like the back. I like that you can see the back. So I don't really know what to do here, because like I want to see the message, but I also want to see like the back design of the key. So like, I don't know, this is kind of awkward because you can see through the back. Maybe it would be better if like I do it this way so the back is like, ooh yeah, maybe this is the play. So the back is like the group card. Yes, I did put all of the group cards in here because like, why not? Why not? Yeah, I feel like that's better. That makes more sense, and then you can see like the kitty cat palms that I had. But anyway, yeah. Here's the collection. Ta-da! Alright, so that was all the album cards. Now we have the rest. So this is like KCON trading cards, and also third membership Zeros cards that I just like never put away. So we'll put these in. Okay, this is where second membership ends. I need to grab a couple more pages. Everything that I'm using I will have linked down below, but like for all the Meow Cafe stuff, I'm mostly using Meow Cafe like sleeves and pages. For Ultra Pro, like for my Stray Kids binders, I use like Ultra Pro and like Dragon Shield stuff, but I'll have everything like linked down below for all my supplies, in case you're curious or interested. So there were 2 sets for the third Zeros. Both of them were like holding this like cutesy rose, but the backs are different. The backs have like a different design. I think I want to do the glasses. Well, I guess Hanbin is the only one with glasses. I think I want to do this set first when they're all in like the suits, and then I'll do like the casual ones after. It doesn't really matter. I'm just being kind of picky with this. Sorry, y'all. My phone died and I didn't even notice until I looked up after sleeving all these cards. So I kind of lost my train of thought here, but we're just gonna push along. I'm so glad I happened to look up when I did and I didn't get too far into filming. Like I had just looked at my screen and I saw it was recording, and then the next thing I looked up and we were dead. So thankfully, yeah, I wasn't like 20 minutes into a ramble and storing before I looked up. So yeah, I don't remember really what my train of thought was before this, but I feel like that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, I guess we could talk about fan club since we're putting away the fan club PCs. The 4th Zeros fan club did just open. It's only the membership right now, but it looks like we will be getting a kit later. So I will be getting that. It'll be weird to have only 5 members in that, but it is what it is. But I will be getting that, and then if and Double has a membership, I will probably get that. And then I also have purchased Jiwoong's fan club. Hanbin has one. Also, I don't think I'm gonna get his as much as I love Hanbin. I like feel like I'm good enough having him be a part of just like my Zeros fan club, but Jiwoong is my bias and my ult, so I feel like I want to have his fan club. So we'll get his, we'll get the 4th Zeros, we'll have the and Double fan club. I'm a part of the Stray Kids fan club. Just lots of, I'm having a lot more fan clubs memberships than I ever thought I would, which is interesting, but I guess that just happens when your groups expand and, you know, do different things. Oh, there's already pages in here. Perfect. I should have looked before I opened a brand new pack then of pages. That's okay. I will just use these. Okay, so then the last cards for today that we have to put away for 0x1 are these KCON 2025 like random trading cards. So I got these when I was at KCON LA last year. I like bought, I don't know, like 15 trading card packs. I bought a lot of trading card packs because I was trying to collect a full OT9 for the 2 sets, and I was thankful to do it. So yeah, so put these away. ZB5 are already confirmed to be going to KCON LA 2026 this year. I am going. One of these days I will be free from KCON. As much as I do enjoy KCON is just such a commitment, like travel, accommodation, and financially. Like, it's just a long weekend to attend and to plan and do all that. But yeah, one day I will be free. Not this year though. Maybe next year. But yeah, I am going to KCON LA this year. Again, ZB5 are going to be the headliners for Saturday night. It kind of looks like right now that's all they really have on the docket. Like, KCON has really mixed up how they're doing meet and greet and like artist stage this year, and they haven't promoted ZeroBaseOne to be anything other than headliners for Saturday. So I don't know. Oh, Ricky. Ricky, I guess it's probably this one. Ricky didn't put on the little cute bonnet that everyone else has. Ricky being Ricky. And then, I guess Hanbin didn't either. I guess it's probably this one, because the other one is the heart. Anyway, so I don't know if they're going to announce them for anything else, but I have tickets, at least for right now, for day 1 and day 2 of KCON. I wish the lineup was a little bit different on day 3. I am super interested in seeing TXT on day 3, but I don't know if I can justify buying a ticket just to see TXT on the 3rd day. Like, I would rather put that like $150 ticket that I would probably buy towards like a tour stop that they do. But I really want to see TXT again. It's been like 2 plus years since I last saw them, and I've been like itching to see TXT again. On Saturday though, Yeonjun is gonna be there, and he's gonna be like performing solo, and I feel like if I see Yeonjun perform solo, I'm gonna want to see him perform as a full group with TXT. So like, I don't know. Right now, Right now, I only have plans to go to day 1 and day 2 of KCON, but that could change. Like, I have my hotel through, like, the entire weekend. So, like, if I wanted to go to KCON day 3, I could because I will still be in town. It's just, like, again, if I really want to pay to just really be interested in watching TXT, I don't know. I think the closer it gets, I'll make that decision. Like, I'll see if maybe I can find, like, a super cheap resale ticket that someone has, or, like, I don't know. But, like, I didn't buy a day 3 ticket when I was buying my day 1 and day 2 ticket. I think this Jiwoong PC is, like, in a PC holder somewhere. So I do have this. I do have a full set. I think he's just not with me right now. But yeah, and then I did open my 2026 season's greetings for zerobaseone. I just don't think I sleeve them, so when we do our next video, I'll have more cards to put in here because I'll need to put away my 2026 season's greetings for them. But yeah, I need to find this Jiwoong card. It looks weird that it's empty. Maybe I'll just put these pages in here that I have loose. Also, I have some posters in here that are too big for any other binders, but I didn't want to put them elsewhere and have them be ruined, so they're just in the back of this binder for now. Just ignore them. This has nothing to do with ZB1. Anyway. Okay, so that is all for ZB1 for today. I think I'm going to set up the miscellaneous binder and then we can end on like a strong note with the rest of my Stray Kids stuff. So yeah, let me grab our new miscellaneous binder. Alright, so introducing the new miscellaneous binder. It is another MeowCafe binder. This is their A5 extra wide 2-inch D-ring binder in the like purple like lilac color. And it comes with a set of backboards, the little like elastic strap, and then also a different like closure, which I am going to switch out for it. And then also I have the accompanying pages. So these are the A5 extra wide premium binder pages in 63 to 93 millimeters. So yeah, I wanted like a wide A5 for this because I do have quite a number of like cards, and I felt like a traditional like A5 with just like the 4 pockets wouldn't be enough. Like most cards, like most other group cards that I have at least like 5 or 6. So the larger binder, like, or I guess the wider binder, made more sense for me. And like MeowCafe really is like the only one that has these like nicer, larger, like wide binders. So picked up this, and I thought about getting it in like white because all my other binders really, except my ZB1 one is white, but I was like, why not like mix it up, have it be a little bit fun, and like purple is my favorite color. So I was like, why not get the white, or why not get the purple binder for this? It could be fun. So I don't know how many of these pages I'm gonna need. I do have like quite a lot, and I am gonna be like separating them between groups, so maybe I'll just put like all of the pages in here. I don't know that we will need all of them, but maybe just to be safe, we'll just put them all in here. A binder like this though has been like a long time coming because like I previously said, I've had a lot of these cards for like a really long time, and they've just been like floating around, and I'm like, well, if I'm gonna keep them, I like need to have them, you know, like in a safer spot than just like in piles on my desk. And then yeah, I'm just gonna quickly switch out the knob. I do, what's happening here? Oh, I have nothing against cats. I just like, when it comes to binders and stuff, I just like things to be a little bit more like clean and simple. So that's why like I'm switching this out. I did the same thing with my ZB1 binder too. Like it used to have like the little cat head on it, but I switched it for just the plain closure. All right, there we go. All set up and ready for this new chapter. And like I said, this binder is going to be very, very miscellaneous, very random. I have like ateez cards, TXT 17. I have boynextdoor, omegax. I have some Dan and Phil, which we'll get into. Like this binder is truly just gonna be like my catch-all for things. So very exciting. I don't know how often we will see this binder or how often like I will update it, but I will at least be happy to know that these cards finally have a home. The first group that I'm going to put in here and that I have cards for is ateez. And honestly, these are just, most of these cards are going to be like a hodgepodge of things. The like TXT and 17 cards are going to be from like albums that I bought and have. These ateez ones, these were purely all like gifts that I got and also like things that I got in person. So like these historic KQ 10th anniversary cards of Hongjoong and Jungho. I got these at KCON. My very first KCON, I got these at the KQ booth that they were having. And yeah, these two are my biases from ateez. So it was perfect that I got them. So we will just have, actually I should probably figure it out. And then the rest of these, my friend Linda, I'm pretty sure gifted the rest of these cards to me. I bought this cute Jungho orange one from her though during like a fan call event that she did. And then these, so I don't know, I can't tell if these are official or not. If there are any 18-y, please let me know if these are official cards or not, because they look official and I feel like I've seen this back before on like ateez cards, but I don't know if they are official or if they're fan made. But someone literally gave these to me as like freebies in like something that I ordered. Like both of these came as like freebies. So that's why I don't know if they are like official or not, or like what they would come from. So like if you know, let me know if they are official. I'm still gonna put them in here whether they are official or fan made or not, because why not? But yeah, someone gave these to me and I was like, whoa, are they? Aren't they? Because I couldn't really tell if they were or not. Okay, how was I gonna set this up though? Because this isn't an even number. Okay, I did some rearranging. I feel like with this binder, I'm gonna have to be a little bit less picky than I normally am, because it doesn't matter, right? This is one that we can just have fun. It's just cards I have, no big deal. So I just wanted to make sure that they fit in the pages, really. So this is like, I think the layout I'm gonna do, because I have a lot of cards from the World Fin Will. I don't know, I kind of am lost with the ateez album names lore, to be honest. But I have like 6 cards from that, and all of these are kind of separated. So this is kind of what I'm going to do. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, it kind of does, but this is just what we're going to go with. So I have like these two together because these are a set, and then these are like odd ones, and then all of the bottom row is going to be Jungho. So yeah, this binder, I'm really testing my control limits here. We're just going to be random. It's going to be fine. It's just going to be fun. Yeah, that'll work. And then we'll put in all, I don't know what the age order is. Is Yeosang older than Yuno, or is it the other way around? Is it like this? Or is it like this? I don't know. Someone let me know. And if I get it wrong, I will change it. I only know that Jungho is like the maknae in terms of ages, and that Seonghwa is older than Hongjoon, but Hongjoon is the leader. That's the extent of like my age knowledge for ateez. I feel like this row is like right though. I feel like this is right. But yeah, okay, we'll call that good. So that's ateez. That's my very small little like ateez collection. Very cute. And all the backs here on the match. So good. Okay, next up is TXT. So yeah, I have cards from Blue Hour, from Temptation, from Tomorrow, Sanctuary. Yeah. And I think I did organize these, so I think I'm just gonna put them in here just as is. So we'll just throw these in here. I am like a Taehyun and Bumgyu magnet, so I have a lot of their cards because I pull them most of the time. My bias is, I think, Huening-kai? I don't know. I went the last time / like the only time I saw a TXT in concert. I went in as like a Huening-kai bias, but then I left feeling like an OT5 bias because honestly they were just so incredible. Like every single one of them, and I loved all of them. And I feel like I can't choose. So I don't know. I feel like my bias in TXT is TXT. I cannot choose. Does it really matter? Am I really gonna be picky with these? I don't know. With like the order of these. Also, RIP to like this card and this card. If you can see what happened. They somehow got sucked together and there was water involved. I don't know how, because I just don't know. But when I noticed and I went to go pull them apart, they like ripped they like ripped each other. So these cards are damaged, unfortunately, but like honestly also not a big deal, but it is just like a bit unfortunate that they are damaged. Thankfully this Bumgyu one is on the back side, but unfortunately this Huening-kai one is on the front, so I just have like the stick. Oh my gosh, my phone is not having a good time. It keeps like dying and overheating in the middle of this, and we're only like halfway through, and I looked at the timestamps of my videos. This is gonna be such a long video. I probably should have cut the stack of cards I was gonna put away even more than I have. We may only do one of these Stray Kids piles. It's getting to be kind of long. We'll have to see. But what I was saying is, yeah, these two cards have previously stuck together and I damaged them of my own fault. But I was gonna say, thankfully this one is on the back side, this one is on the front side. But I did take the stickers that came with the album and put it on the sleeve, so it just kind of looks like it's intentionally decorated. But yeah, this is what happens when you don't take care of your cards, is you can accidentally damage them, like, pretty badly. Okay, and then the rest of these cards are just from Sanctuary. I have like 4 Target cards, and then I have all the other cards that are from this set. How do I want to do this? Is there... Unfortunately, there's kind of like an odd number of cards here. Maybe I'll put this Subin here up here with his other one, because these ones all kind of go together. So I don't want to try and separate them. So I'll just put them in here like this. And then the rest of these, I'll just put down here. Like that. Alright, and then for these, maybe I'll do it like this. I'm like all over with this, but these are like, they kind of go like this. This binder, I don't know. This binder will be kind of a hodgepodge all over. Again, I'm trying not to be too serious about it. It's just for funsies. This is more like me reminding myself that, because I take everything about my photo card collection way too seriously sometimes. And that's why like I get stunted and like putting cards away, because I overthink it. Anyway. Alright, yay! So, that's all of my TXT cards. We'll do like a full flip through of everything, like once I have everything in here. TXT is all done. Now we have 17. I have a lot of 17 cards. And these are from, oh my gosh, I think I already tried to organize these also, but these range from like Teenage to Your Choice to Ataka, Sector 17, FML, Spill the Feels, 17th Heaven. I have some BSS in here, some Busaksun, some Diacon, and then some Tor stuff. So, like I said, I think I tried to organize this. So we're just gonna throw these in here. As is. Yeah, these are just 17 cards that I've collected over the years from different albums and stuff. My biases in DK, my biases in 17 are DK and Vernon, and I have like no cards of DK and Vernon. I have like very little cards of them. But that's okay. I'm not like too serious about like wanting to collect them or whatever, so. I'm just gonna throw these in here. These may not be like age order, but that's okay. I think they're at least like chronological for album stuff. Yeah, these pages are very like hodgepodge. Oh, I think I did that on purpose. I was like, I know that, anyway, never mind. I don't really want to separate these cards. What do I do with this? Do I just put it on the back side here? Because this back isn't very fun. I don't want to separate these necessarily. Maybe I'll just throw this junk ham back here. Because it is just a concept card. And then for these, so I need to get Boo. I have an extra Hoshi. I actually got 2 Hoshis like in my album from this, so I kind of want to get Boo, so then I have like all 3 of the members from the BSS album, the Boo Sook-soon album, Second Wind, whatever album it's called. So I don't know if anyone wants this Hoshi card and they have Boo and wants to trade. Let me know. So I am going to put a filler for that because I do want to have that up here. But yeah, if anyone has this card, let me know. Okay, and then these are all like random well, this is the icon. And then these are the tour PCs I got from last tour. Maybe I'll do this and then these three. Well, maybe I'll do this. I don't know. Does it really matter? Not really. I kind of want these on one page though, because they match, but like, whatever. It's fine. Like my one and only Vernon card. It's here at the very, very end. And then I'll just put fillers in here, I guess, so at least it's like filled up. I don't know if we will add to this. If we do, we have a spot for it. But, yep. So there's all of 17. Nice. Okay, the next set of cards that I have are these that were from the Tang 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 album from 90tan, which is a subunit of B2P with the members Minhyuk and Eunkwang. So I have all of these. Let's see. Yeah. Thankfully these were really nice because there was 6 photo cards in total and like 2 of them are selfies and then the other 2 are units. So I think I might do it like this. Or like that. Yeah, I think I'll do it like that. Really nice that these will fit like 1 to a page. This is why I also too, like a perfect example of why I wanted the wide binder. Because it fits like 6 cards from an album so well. Ta-da! Very nice. Okay, that's all for them. Look at how nice the backs look. Okay. And then I have a very small collection of boynextdoor cards. I never talk about this, and I don't know that I've ever talked about this. I love boynextdoor. Like, I love boynextdoor. If they go on tour this year, which there's been rumblings, I'm gonna be there. I will be there. I have tried really hard to like them from a distance. Like, I listen to their music all the time. They've been in like my top 5 Spotify artists the last like 2 years. So I listen to them a ton, but I've been really careful about like not being into them like parasocially like I do my other groups, but like I slowly am inching closer and closer to like learning more about them and like the group and the dynamics and like all of that. Like, I know all the members and stuff, but I've been like really careful to like not get too invested because I feel like this could be a group I could get really invested in because I love their music so much. And yeah, I bit the bullet last year when we were in LA to see Stray Kids and we were at the K-pop store, and I did get like a couple of boynextdoor albums. So I don't know. Does anyone ever feel like that, where you're like, I like a group but I don't want to like know a group because you feel like you'll get too far into it? That's how I feel about boynextdoor. Is I like want to look at them from like the distance, like from across the street, because I'm like, I love your music. I'm scared to like you any more than that though, because I will go full in. I will go full in for you. Like these like little meme cards, I love so much. I want a full set of these so bad. I think they're so funny. Ugh, I love them. I love boynextdoor. Their music, it like is like my favorite like type and like sound of music. I love it so much. And like I don't really have a bias again because I'm not too deep into the group, but like as soon as I pick a bias, it's over. Like as soon as I get a bias, I feel like it's truly, truly over for me. So someone talked me out of it, but also someone talked me into it. If there are any like one-doors that follow me, convince me, because it's not going to take that much for me to get into it. It really won't be. It really won't be. And like their album designs, I always think are so fun and like so creative, and I love like the photo card backs. Like, oh, I love boynextdoor. I think they're so cool. Anyway, this is my small collection of them. There we go. Alright, next. So this is kind of random, but it also kind of makes sense. So the next couple of cards that I have are from omegax, but also specifically from Jahan and Yachan from omegax, but it was for their BL series, A Shoulder to Cry On. There was a photo book that was put out, and they had these really cute like photo cards that came with the photo book, and I loved A Shoulder to Cry On like so much. And I think I found like the last photo book that like existed on Mercari Japan one day, and I bought it, and so I have all these cutesy like photo cards from him now. And then my friend Catherine likes and listens to omegax, and so she also sent me these cards of the two, and also some like unit cards also a while back when I was like telling her about these two. So I'm gonna put these in here also. I think, how do I want to do this though? Because their color, the like backs are like different colors. Oh, probably like this. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Cute. Yeah, if you want like a dramatic and fun and suspenseful-ish show to watch, and you have like 3 hours, I recommend watching A Shoulder to Cry On. It is a boys love series, so like a BL, but it's really, really good. I really like it. I love their dynamic. I think the two as actors work really well together. They really feed, I think being in the same group, they like feed off of each other and are like very familiar with each other. So like the chemistries and like the relationships, it's really good. I highly recommend. There's been like rumblings of a second season, and like I don't know how legitimate the like rumblings and the rumors are, but like, oh, I would love a second season. I would love to see a second season with both of them. It's so good. I would be sat front row. I'm so ready. But yeah, cute. So I have these, like I said, from the Shoulder to Cry On photo book, and then the omegax cards that my friend gave me. I think I'll just do it like in this pattern. These units are like so cute. I don't know like the rest of the omegax members, but I think these cards are very cute. There we go. Alright, and then the last little bit before we get to this, which I feel like I have to explain. But the next little bit is we have some nmixx cards, we have some nmixx cards, and then we also have some wonho cards. So I think I'm just gonna do it like this, so like all the cards are like together. But the nmixx cards and the nmixx cards were also gifts from my friend Catherine. I think she sent it at the same time that she sent these omegax cards like a long time ago. She'll probably watch this and be like, oh my gosh, I remember when I sent those. You have not put them away. They're finally being put away. They're finally being stored. I kept them safe though until then. I kept them a lot safer than like my TXT cards that I bought myself. So I will always cherish like the photo cards and gifts though that my friends give me and make sure that those are safe above all like things that I buy for myself. So yes. Okay, now getting into this. So obviously Dan and Phil are not K-pop. But they do have photo cards. So these were like random photo card packs that they sold as merch from their last tour in Terrible Influence. I almost said Interactive Introverts. No, that was like that was 2 tours ago. But random photo card packs hate to see me coming. And so when I went to my tour stop, my show date, and they had these, I picked up a ton of packs. And yeah, I figure photo card size, put them in a binder, why not? So this is very random, but I want to put them somewhere, and I feel like this binder is the perfect spot for that. So yeah, we're just gonna put them in here. We're just gonna be really fast. I do have these 2 signed because I had a meet and greet with them and we were allowed to get stuff signed, and I was able to purchase like the packs ahead of the meet and greet, so I chose to have these signed by them because I've previously had like postcards signed by them. I have posters signed by them, books signed by them. I've met them quite a number of times. So I was like, oh, I'll just have them sign the photo cards when I go. So yeah, so I have these 2 that were signed in front of me during the meet and greet. And then I have this special Phil, like a hollow one. This is like a secret kind of one that they had. Some of them had like holographic patterns and stuff. So I did pull like a secret Phil card. If you don't know who these people are that I'm talking about, Dan and Phil are YouTubers that have been partners for like 15 plus years and have been making content both together and separately during that time. And yeah, I've been a big fan of them for like 10 of those years. It's been a long time. So, okay. I think I kind of tried to organize these also. I actually had a lot more of these, but I sold like 10 of them the other day because I just had like way too many. Like there was like so many. I think there's like 50 plus cards to collect, and I think at one point I wanted to collect all of them because hello, I cannot be normal about anything. But yeah, when I was setting up for this video, I was like, I'll just like keep my favorites that I've pulled and that I have, and then I will just sell the rest. So that's what I did. I just like kept a couple of my favorite like individuals and then a couple of my favorite unit ones, and then I sold the other ones. So, but I still have quite a few. I think I have like there's like going to be like 3 full pages, which is more than enough. More than enough for this. Or maybe there's more than that. I think there was one of them that I was possibly thinking about selling. I think it was maybe this one that I almost sold but kept on it, but I might sell it also. Anyway. Do. This is like the true essence of them. If you've never watched Dan and Phil and you're like, what are they like? This. This is what they're like. This is them in like vibe form. Okay, I'll just leave this one out. I might sell that or keep it later. I don't know. But okay. Okay. the random binder is complete. And so yeah, I had a lot more pages than I needed, which is fine. Lots of room for activities that I don't need to be doing, but that I could. So let's flip through the whole binder so we can just see what she's looking like. It is pretty full, but that's because I have like a whole like stack of 25 pages back here that aren't being used. But like I said, room for activities, you never know. So we'll just flip through this really quick just to see what it's looking like. But yeah, very happy to finally have all these cards like in one place, nice and safe now. And these are all groups that like I love and that I listen to and that I just have collected random cards for over the last few years. This is like, it's almost like my guilty pleasure binder, you know, like I can collect these cards and like these groups like very casually if I want to, and like I can have a place for them. Everyone needs kind of like a miscellaneous binder in your collection at some point. Yay! Alright. Next, I guess we need to figure out what of Stray Kids we're actually putting away today. I need to check the timestamps to see how long this video actually is getting, because yeah, we might have to split up some of the piles here that we were gonna do, but let me see. Alright, so it's actually a whole week later. I've lost the set of nails I had originally. They were just press-ons and I had a 2-day work event and 4 of them like popped off during that time, so I just decided to take the rest of them off and I just have painted them this in the meantime, so they're a little bit more jazzy because the other ones were kind of jazzy. But yeah, we're here today to finish putting away the cards that I had set aside for this video. And I've also reviewed the footage / edited the footage that we did last time. And yeah, I feel like I didn't do a very good job of talking and like really saying what I meant to say. This is an issue that I have with myself that I've just never been able to really fix or like don't know how to fix, but I feel like in my mind, I always know like what it is I want to say, but then when I go to like speak it out loud, it's nothing at all what I want to say. So I do feel like I didn't say or like explain exactly everything that I wanted to in the way that I meant to. But it's almost like too late now to like go back and like redo the whole video. So I tried to edit it like as much as I could. But I don't know, it's just sometimes it is what it is. I'm not the best speaker and like I know that, and like talking about like kind of the heavier topics that I did, obviously I just like got in the weeds of those two and just didn't say all that I wanted to say in like the exact way I wanted to say it, but like, oh well. I'm not gonna go back and like take out all those cards that we put away to like refilm this, so this is just what this video kind of is. Anyway, I'm gonna try and regroup as we do the last little bit of cards that we have to put away, and yes, this video is very, very long. The footage that I have edited is about 2 hours right now, so I'm hoping not to take too much time with like these extra cards, so we gotta get going, But yeah, I am gonna try and also regroup and try to maybe like clarify a couple of things. But, so the cards that we have left to put away are this set of cards, which is like the collaboration cards. And then if we have time, if I'm not too overboard or over time, we have these, which are like our yearly cards, like fan meetings, seasons greetings, and stuff like that. So this is, I don't even know what this binder is. I guess this binder is kind of like merch and also like, I guess this is also like yearly things because technically fan meeting stuff is in here. Maybe we'll just live in this binder this whole video or the whole rest of this video. That would be nice. I actually forgot that fan meeting and like seasons greetings and like fan kit stuff was in here. Anyway, we'll get to the front half of this binder in a second. I don't know why I didn't realize until just now that these cards are also in this binder. Anyway. But okay, what this stack is though is it's the rest of my Pacific collection. And it's pretty much all of the Pacific collection, like, and like run that Stray Kids had with them. So this will be like a complete set now, which is exciting. And I already had some cards and like some sets already, but some of them I was missing things for, like this first set. Also, I like still kind of can't believe how many like collaboration cards we got with Pacific and like how long Pacific ran, but also I kind of miss it because I feel like we don't really get collaborations like this anymore as like full group. Like the kids kind of were like brand ambassadors for like their own things, but very rarely like these days do we get group like stuff like this anymore. Like I think there was like something with Biore recently, but I don't think it was like they had like collectible cards or anything, or maybe they did. I don't know. I'm a little out of the loop there. And then actually for the centers, instead of just using like a white filler like I usually do, I went and scoured and saved like all of the Pacific envelopes that like these cards came in, and I cut them down to size so that they could be used as like the middle fillers. So I don't know if I'll be able to like exactly match all of the cards that went with like the specific envelopes, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try to put like which envelope probably went with each set. Like this has like holographic on the back and these are holographic, so we're grouping those together. We're just gonna go with that. So this set is done. Oh, this is the double-sided, but there are a couple of pink sets. I don't know, maybe I'll just pull the first pink set here. There we go. And this one, I know that this one was like this one. Or was it a different one? I don't know. Wait, or is it this one? This one went with this one. Okay, sorry. I maybe should have gone through and tried to organize these a little bit more. I think, was it this one? Maybe it was this one that it went with. Not that I guess it really, really matters for these. And I should have this lino. Oh, there it is. I remember when I bought this set, it didn't come with lino, so I had to get lino separately. But now this set is complete. And then this one. Okay, and then yeah, these go onto the green project. Okay, so then everything else in this stack, there we go, is cards and stuff that we need to put in here. So I'm just gonna go through this stack and just put them in like as they're stacked here. Some of these go before the others, some of them go after the others. Like maybe later on I will like rearrange them in the order that they came out, but not today. Not today. Today we're just going to put them in here and get them stored and call it a day. I'm not sure if this is enough pages, but it's what I have right next to me. So if I need more, I will grab more once we get through this. So let's get started with these new sets. And honestly, if you're curious about how I acquired all of these Pacific sets, so the first couple of sets that I've had in here, I purchased like myself when Pacific was like releasing the collections and the sets when they were active like ambassadors of Pacific. So like I would buy like the skincare or the like different products that like Pacific had, and then eventually like you can only have so many products, right, of the same thing, And so then I would start to buy some of the sets like on Mercari Japan, like just buy the photo card sets from people who were selling it. And then Pacific just felt like they would release things like every other week for Skiz. So I stopped collecting and like trying to find the sets because it became too much. And then eventually, I think when the contract between Skiz and Pacific like started to wrap up and end, Pacific did like a big sale that was like the photo cards only, and you could purchase like all the photo card sets that like ever existed in a big bundle. And so that's what I did, is I purchased that like big bundle and claimed like sets that I didn't have or that were incomplete, and then I sold / like did a group order for the rest of them and opened that up to like the community and stuff. So yeah, that's how I ended up with literally like all of the Pacific sets, is because initially I started out collecting them myself, and then when Pacific stopped working with Skiz, I just bought like the big bundle deal that they released. This one is a little tight. This one might need to be trimmed down just a smidge. I don't have any scissors handy though. Don't rip the pocket. Okay, I think that'll work. But yeah, but that's how I ended up with literally like all of these Pacific sets. In case anyone was curious. I honestly don't even know like how much these go for these days, or like how popular they are, or if like people are still interested in them. I liked them at the time, and I like do like them now because they were like the themed and like the prop photo cards that we didn't get from Skiz like at all at the time. And so like these were almost a little bit more fun to collect than like the album photo cards or like pre-order benefits, because the pre-order benefits like didn't look like this. But now we're like moving into this era where they do cutesy and like prop and like themed cards, which is super, super fun. Next set. I'm also, I'm trying to also ease my way back into like regrouping into like what I want to clarify, but for some reason I like feel really nervous and really like, because I don't want to like misspeak again. And also like I just sometimes, you know, you have a hard time multitasking and like trying to think and talk and put stuff away or like do something at the same time. So if it feels like I'm stalling, it's kind of because I am. Although we don't have a whole lot of time to stall, because this video is already like 2 hours long, girl. But I guess the first thing I kind of wanted to like go back to, because when I was editing this video, I was like, wow, this sounds really scary, and also like makes it seem worse or like bad. And maybe it's just me just being a little bit nervous about how people will take it. I feel like this envelope does not go with this, because I thought the back would be yellow, but it's not. Oh, it's probably what goes with this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to rearrange some of these fillers. We'll just do this one. But no, so like backtracking, the thing I feel like that sounded really scary, and like also what didn't, I don't know, maybe make a lot of sense, is I was kind of talking about how like I felt like I kind of fell out of love with K-pop and like with Stray Kids, and that like I didn't fit into the fandom anymore. And I feel like honestly it made it seem like I don't like K-pop anymore, or that like I don't like Stray Kids anymore, which is so not the truth. And like I really should have done a better job of like explaining that. Because yes, while I did feel like I had a small couple of months there where I just felt a little bit disinterested in Stray Kids, I wouldn't say that like I disliked them or I didn't love them anymore. I didn't feel like, you know, the same admiration. I just kind of needed like a step back. I needed to, you know, put my interests into something else, because my current interest in K-pop, right, wasn't bringing me joy. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with that, with like stepping away from an interest if it's not serving you what it needs to, you know. Like this should be a hobby and this should be fun, and it should be like, you know, not making things worse. And so Did I fall out of love with K-pop? No. Did I take a big step back from it? Yes. And maybe that's what I should have tried to explain a little bit more. But yeah, I did fall out of love with K-pop just for like some of the other, like, you know, some of the reasons I already have given. And so when I said I felt like I also like felt like I've lost my place in the fandom, that's kind of just me saying that. It's not someone like coming and telling me that, but it's me saying it because I honestly like, I feel like I'm so behind with K-pop and like with Stray Kids and with zerobaseone and like all the groups that I love, but just K-pop in general. I feel like I'm so out of the loop because honestly, I just haven't paid attention to it like I have the last 5 years. I just haven't paid attention to it like in 8-9 months, to be honest. Like, I've been finding joy and finding like fandom spaces elsewhere a lot more enjoyable. So I did kind of step away and like, you know, shifted interest, but I still love Stray Kids. I still love the music. I still love them. When I talked about before, like wanting to get back into like K-pop and the fandom, I mean that in that like I just want to like be locked in again. Like I want to tune in. I want to find being a part of the fandom fun again. Like I want to watch the content. I want to like, you know what the members are up to, because like I don't know what anything is going on. Like the only thing that I've kept up with is music. Like I still like daily listen to K-pop music, whatever. That's not something that I've really fallen off with. It's just, I feel like maybe it's more like the parasocial side maybe of K-pop that I like fell out of tune with, and just like knowing what the kids are doing every day and like what content they're filming or like what this references to. Like I have a lot of catching up, which when I am feeling better here in the next couple of months, I think will be so fun to like go on a like movie marathon-ish kind of thing to like catch up on all the skiz codes and all the like Ratchalogs and all the vlogs in general and like just all the things that the kids are doing. I think it'll be so fun to catch up with. This is just a roundabout way of saying that, yeah, I just needed a little bit of a step back, and that step back included me stepping back as hard of a fan as I have before. But like, I don't want anyone to get it twisted. Like, I didn't fall out of love with Stray Kids. I'm not selling my collection. I don't dislike Stray Kids. You know, like I said, that's why I feel like I was so scared to like talk about this, and why I feel like I kind of have to also clarify again, is because people just take fandoms and like you being a fan so literally sometimes. And sometimes it just feels like a second job when it's like, girl, we're here to have fun. Like, your interests and your hobby should be fun. It shouldn't be like causing you stress or like forcing you to like prove yourself as a fan. Like, I don't know, just something I've noticed is just sometimes fandom culture just gets really extreme, and people can be really extreme, and it's like, yeah, I think I said it before, but it's like if you don't check like X, Y, and Z for people, they don't think that you're a real fan or that you deserve what you've had or like experiences that you have. I don't agree with that at all, which I think should be the normal take. But yeah, that's kind of just what I wanted to kind of clarify, because when I was talking about it, it kind of seemed like I was going to be over skiz and like over this and like over whatever. No, we just needed a little break because life has been hard, and breaks are valid regardless, you know, of what it is you're taking a break of, you know. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully in editing I'm now like, yeah, I said what I need to say. What I said makes sense. You didn't mess it up again. I don't know. This video, I still am contemplating really if like I should upload this video, because I feel like while like the action of putting photo cards is away, I don't know if like the talking portion is really it, or really like that exciting or like fun to listen to. I don't know. I worry really about how this video is gonna come across. But like, I feel like it would be weird for me to like scrap it because I've put away so many cards. But I don't know, maybe people don't pay attention that much, where like if I did randomly just have like 200 cards put away the next time, people wouldn't be like, oh, when did that happen? You know, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, what do I want to do? We have 2 more sets that we need to put away from this box. And honestly, thankfully, we also have 2 more leftover pages. I guess we'll just put them in here and then we'll do a quick flip through of this section and then we'll move on to the last box of things. It seems though I have 3 extra little placeholders. I know, like, I just kept all of the envelopes from, like, the Pacific sets, and there were a couple of Pacific sets that I didn't hold on to, like, mostly, like, concept cards and stuff. So that's probably what these are for, but I'm gonna hold on to them because I don't know that I correctly put, like, the fillers with the sets that they were supposed to go to. I don't know. For now, it's all okay. But yeah, what we have left now is, these were the like merch cards that came with the Skazoo Tamagotchi. So it came a full set of this, and then this is the, I think I called this previously like the IMAX or the Cinemark collaboration. This is actually the Fandango like collaboration that Skiz did for the Dominate movie. So yeah, I have these as well. Honestly, these cards are like not my favorite. They almost feel like Lomo cards or like freebie cards, which there's like nothing wrong with that, right, in this general scope of things. But when you pay $30 for this, right, I expect quality. When like I pay money, I would expect quality from like a collaboration. But yeah, these cards are just very weird. Like the back of it is so plain and the front of it is interesting. Like I almost wish it didn't have like this border around it. And also the material is very weird. It kind of feels like the outside of a cereal box. Like, feel a cereal box, and that's what these cards feel like to me. Like, it's very odd. I wonder who chose this, or like why they printed this the way that they did. I don't know. Interesting, very interesting. I am happy to have them because it was fun to like go watch the movie and to have like a little piece of it. I just wish that the cards were like a little bit better because the benefits that they got in Korea looked incredible, and then we got these. And then we got these, but I don't know, I guess I can't complain because there's other places where the movie showed and I didn't get anything, so I gotta pick my battles. I gotta pick my battles here. So okay, but yeah, we will just throw these 2 last sets of cards in, and then we'll do a flip through here of like what the collaboration section of this binder looks like. Can you even believe that we had buzz cut Hyunjin at one point and that it was pink? This feels like a fever dream considering like how long and like luscious his hair is again, like right now. Like, oh my gosh, cannot believe this was like a Hyunjin we had at one point in time. Crazy. That's so crazy. I need to get more like black fillers because some sets I feel like would look better if the center sleeve was like a darker color. So I need to like order some new black sleeve. I haven't had any in like a really long time. But okay, let me flip back here and we'll just do a quick flip through of what the collaboration section now looks like with its completed sets. I need to get well, okay, this set and this set of Cleo is done because remember Hyunjin was on hiatus during this time, but I need to get this final like Felix card because that's all I'm missing from like the Cleo collaboration. But this card is so expensive. Like I tried to look for it because I remember talking about like me needing this card when I did my yearly flip through, and I looked at it the other day and it was like over $100, if not like more. And I just, I don't know if I'm willing to pay that. I don't know if I'm willing to pay that just to have that card. Anyway, okay, we'll do flip through because we still have more cards to put away. Flip through really the civic section because this is what's been really updated. They look really good with like the fillers in the middle. I like that I had like the big brain move to like use the envelopes that came with them. Cute. And then these are the green project cards, and then we have the Tamagotchi cards and the Dominate movie cards. Okay, now we will, let's see. I need to flip to back here now to the back of the binder, or the front of the binder, because we have, okay, what do we have? Let's figure out the best way to do this, because I have fan meeting stuff and I have season's greetings. So let's flip all the way to the front because that's where season's greetings are. Okay, I need to get some more, I need to get some more 9 pocket pages and also figure out what's happening here. So we're only obviously putting away the photo cards for these things and for season's greetings. I know I have some like larger inclusion stuff in here from the previous years, but I didn't pull any larger stuff from this. And I also am not putting away 2026's season's greetings because I didn't sleeve those. So in another video, we will add this year's season's greetings, which I ordered and got relatively early and then just like never did an unboxing of, which is quite unfortunate, I feel like, because in the title of the season's greetings it has starlight and it felt like it was so perfect for me. And I had a couple people actually message me, I remember this, being like, oh my gosh, like the season's greetings has like starlight in it, and I was like, that's me, that's me. Anyway, yeah, never did an unboxing, unfortunately. But I have it. It's sitting behind me. The calendar is at my desk at work. But yeah, I need to pull that though, because I also need to pull my zerobaseone 2026 season's greetings cards also, because we also need to put those away in the ZB1 binder. And if you're wondering, if you're new here, if you're wondering why I'm putting away like 2 years ago season's greetings, it's because I didn't put them away then. So I'm putting them away now because I'm trying to get the piles of photo cards and the stacks of photo cards that I have around my house eliminated and in binders, so they're protected. So yeah. Okay. So then moving on, now that I feel like I've clarified myself, hopefully, as a fan, I'm still a stay. Will still be a stay till I die. Like, Chan is still the love of my life, will be my ultimate bias for eternity. I look up to him so much. But yeah, just I guess, you know, what's next for me, what's next for this channel. Like I mentioned, I want to get back into the actual K-pop space. I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I miss it. So yeah, I'm gonna try on my own time to be a little bit more consistent in like every way, in like showing up for Stray Kids, showing up for support of them, to tuning in to like their more like variety content and like them, you know, as individuals, and with like the community again. Hopefully, you know, like get back to posting regularly on this channel, like on Instagram, like on Twitter, like whatever, you know, just like engaging in the fandom space. And as much as I said like I needed a break from it, I do miss it. Like I do feel like when you get in like that sweet spot of like fandom spaces and you find like, you know, a spot where everyone's just like talking about the good and is like uplifting and nice, like it's actually really fun and like really a great time to like be on social media and stuff. So I need to find those little like pockets of joy again, I feel like, in the fandom spaces, and like really like engage with them and get back into it. And yeah, like I said, just get more consistent on posting on this channel again, be more consistent like with my channel and my collection and stuff. So there will be a lot of like storing photo card videos, I think, for like the next little while. Because honestly, that's like all the content I really have to film, unless, like I said, you want to do, or you want to see like that trading video I talked about before, or if you're interested in seeing the like process of me decorating my light stick and freebies that's now like a year old at this point that I never posted, or like honestly, if you have like video suggestions, I would be all ears to like see if it's something that I could do or something that I would have interest in filming. But yeah, I do anticipate a lot of photo card storing videos because I know I have content for it, because I have stacks and stacks and stacks still of things to put away. But I don't know if that's just like boring and repetitive to like watch over and over and over. So I don't know. Let me know what you're kind of interested in seeing or not seeing. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, would just love to be more consistent. Honestly, like I look up to Carolyn / like YAPing so much. She is like a beast in my mind for content, like how many videos she posts on YouTube and all the like short form content that she uploads like every day. Like I just see all the videos that Carolyn cranks out and I'm like, girl, you are my hero. Like you I don't know how you have the time in your day to do all that, but like round of applause. Like I am like your biggest fan. Like we do not have the same 24 hours in the day, I feel like. Like I truly don't. She's so great and she's so lovely. And I enjoy all of the content that she puts out. So I don't think I would ever get to that level of consistency, but I would like to show up a lot more than I have been. So I'm putting like one head channel on my like vision board of of how to be better with video content, at least. But yeah, I am excited to kind of like check back into K-pop, like I said, because I just, yeah, I barely know what's going on with it. Like I feel like I see like the really big events that happened, like Heesung leaving ENHYPEN and Mark leaving NCT. Like I've seen like the big news things, but like smaller things I have like not really seen a lot of, or I've just like heard things, whatever. So, and I feel like I used to be so on top of it with like fandom news, and I'm out of it. So yeah, if anyone has any suggestions though, like where I should start again, I feel like I'm starting over again with like the last year's content. If you have recommendations about where I should start for like Skiz content, like what I should really focus on first, I feel like maybe Skiz Codes. Skiz Codes is always like a good time to like feel good with Skiz, you know? But okay, so we've now updated Season's Greetings up until 2025. I did put the calendar cards in here because they fit in a 9 pocket, and what fits in a 9 pocket, why not store? Because there are 12 cards, I did put the extra cards on the back here, which I normally don't like to do, but I didn't want to have like 4 cards by themselves or like weirdly split up this page. And also the back cards are unit cards, so they feel like they just fit together. But yeah, anyway, so I also put the calendar cards in here because they are just photo card size. So like, why not? And then there's this set, and then this one, and then there's probably more photo cards for this, right? Yeah, because this is only the Apple Music POB. So yeah, I need to go and find the actual 2025 Season's Greeting cards for Skiz. Oh my gosh. I'm sure they're in a pile. They're in a pile somewhere. Okay. Now we'll move to the last section, which is fan meeting stuff, which is here. And it's just like photo card fan meeting stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm having such a hard time with this binder and like these pages today for some reason. Okay. I'm just gonna put all of these pages in here, even though I probably don't need all of them. I probably only need like half of these. I should split this. At the very least, like split this in half. Let's do this. We're in the home stretch. Home stretch for this video. It's been so long. If you've like put up with this video for this long, gold star for you, because wow, like even I'm over this video and myself at this point. No, we're trying to be positive. We're trying to be positive about myself, right? And about this. Anyway. I don't have a ton of stuff for magic school. I think literally this is like the only thing that I have. And the only reason I have this set of cards is because my friend Catherine gifted it to me. I think this was an extra set that she had somehow. So she like gifted this to me. But yeah, I don't think I really bought anything from magic school at the time. So I don't have a ton for this. I would love to like go back and collect some things for this because as you can see, I've like done that. I have a pretty like big like photo card collection for the fan meetings. So maybe like 1 or 2 more sets for this would be really nice. But glad to even just have this set, to be honest. So there's that. And then we get into 5 o'clock. So all of this is 5 o'clock. And then I did order some stuff from this last fan meeting. Oh, what was it called? Stay in house? Stay playhouse? I don't know. I did order though merch from this most recent fan meeting. So I will be getting some like cards and stuff for that. It hasn't shipped yet because I ordered it during general sale because some of the items that I wanted weren't a part of the like stay membership fan club pre-sale, and honestly I couldn't justify paying that shipping twice for items that I wanted, so I just waited for general sale. I'm gonna get it a lot later than like most people will, but like that was okay with me considering I wasn't gonna pay for shipping twice because oh my god shipping and tariffs these days are just getting way too much for me and for just like a hobby that requires buying things from overseas. Like, oh my goodness, it's so sad. I don't even want to get into it. But yeah, when that stuff finally comes in though, it'll be added to this section. I think that these cards were from the box tape, I think. Because there were 2 different box tapes. They've been doing this recently. They will do like 2 different box tapes and you'll get like a set of 4 photo cards with each of the different versions of the box tape. So I think these were the box tape photo cards. I think. Oh, that sleeve is really small. Oh well, we'll just leave it like that. And then I think that these were the like purchase benefits. So I don't have everyone because the amount of like merch and stuff that I bought didn't equal enough dollar value for me to get a full set. So I'm missing a couple. I also have trendz because I was looking at this for a second because I think it's 2 cards. It was 2 cards, or maybe it was 4. No, that wouldn't make sense. I don't know. You got a certain number of cards per dollar amount, but I'm pretty sure I have trendz. He's just like elsewhere, because I think I put him in like a photo card holder or something. But yeah, so I need to get though Han and Felix to complete this page, and then yeah, find where Chan has disappeared to. Oop. There we go. And then these cards were from like the tin case set, or like the metal tin. It was like these Polaroids. And then there's a cute like group photo. I wish that there was a group photo for like both sets, like that they did one for each, but there's only one. So I don't know. Maybe I'll put this in like the first set here. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't know anymore. But yeah, I do want to say just again, thanks for still hanging out with me and like watching my videos. I do really appreciate though, like the comments that I still get on my videos and like people reaching out to me, even though like I said, I haven't been the greatest at reaching back out or like communicating back, which I hope to be better at now that I'm starting to feel like a little bit better. But yeah, thank you for still having an interest in my collection or like my videos or whatever. I hope to be more consistent for those who like to be like regular enjoyers. I hope I'm a little bit more consistent for you and for me. Cause yeah, I feel like the only thing, like all I ever do with my life these days is like wake up, go to work, eat, sleep, repeat. Like it's just, I'm in a very bad like cycle of that, and like I stopped doing this, which was like my main hobby. So it'll be good too for me to like get back into it, so I will actually have a hobby to do. Because you need a hobby. You need to find interest. You need to find things that like spark joy for you and stuff. And make life worth living, because sometimes life is hard, to get through without like a little bit of joy and whimsy in it, and like something that you can escape from. If you're curious what I've been finding like joy in these past few months, like outside of K-pop, I've been really, really into like BL and the BL fan spaces. So like BL, if you're not familiar, is boys love. And honestly, I have been a fan of BL about the same time as I have been since like K-pop, like my coming back to K-pop back in like 2020. But yeah, I watched like my very first BL, like I guess traditional like BL sense in like today's definition, I guess, because I watched like Sodas. If anyone is like BL watchers, I watched Sodas like the first week of May in like 2020 because it was like recommended on Netflix, and I watched it, fell in love with it, and then like a month later, that's when I or 2 months later, because it was July, like 2 months later, that's when I discovered like K-pop and Stray Kids. And so I've been like an avid BL fan and watcher since then. So like my like K-pop journey, my BL journey have been like side by side this whole time, and I've always like loved like the BL fandom and like community that's around that, but I never was like heavily engaged with it. And also like I would just like watch the shows and then kind of move on. Like there's a couple of like couples and like actors that I really love and then I followed this like whole time, but I never like really dived into like the fandom spaces or like them following them kind of like I have like K-pop. Anyway, so that's where I've kind of been the last few months, is I've been really in the like the BL sphere. And yeah, I kind of want to save that topic a little bit because actually, spoiler, I am going to be setting up like a little tiny BL binder, I think, for one of my favorite couples, because there actually are now like couple photo cards that you can collect, and so like your girl is gonna collect them. But yeah, I think I'm gonna like talk about this a little bit more in the next storing photo cards video when like I set up that binder, because that feels like a better spot to like put all that in together. But yeah, but that's where your girl's been. I've just been over in the neighbor's yard basically hanging out there, and that fandom space is so fun and so funny and like crazy and like kind of similar to K-pop, but also very different because it's like, you know, like just a different genre and world. But yeah, very fun. If you're interested in that, me talking about that, look out for the next video, because yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to put together a BL binder for one of my favorite couples, because I already have the photo cards. Spoiler alert. I've been like soft collecting them for the past like couple of months. So anyway, if there's something to collect and I'm a fan of it, best believe I will somehow end up collecting it, especially if it's photo cards. Especially if it's something I can put in a binder. Anyway, those are all the cards. Hallelujah, finally. We got through all of our set of cards, so I will just do a flip through now of what we put away for here. For fan meeting stuff. Yay, we did it. We did it. This binder is a lot fuller now. I knew it was probably going to get quite full because of all the Pacific sets. But so yeah, it has grown. Thankfully, there still is a little bit of room. Still a little bit of room to grow into. So we don't need a new binder for this just yet. Which is nice. I'm kind of running out of room for binders and stuff, but it's fine. But with that being said, I've gone through now all of the cases of photo cards that I have. I still have a lot more to put away, so like I said, anticipate a lot more photo card storing videos here the next little bit. And yeah, thank you again so much for watching and for listening and for just hanging out with me. The next video will not be as like topic depressing heavy, but there are things that I did want to talk about and just kind of like relay, because it felt relevant as to like why I disappeared and like why I've been a little bit different in the fandom space. But yeah, hopefully that's cleared up. Hopefully like you understand where I'm coming from and that I'm not abandoning anyone and I'm not leaving anyone. It was just a break, right? It was just a break and we're coming back, and I never left because I still listen to the music, right? I just took a small break from part of it. So anyway, with that being said, before I like repeat myself and get into a different spiral, I'm gonna go, but I want to just say again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and things are gonna always be brighter. Things will always turn around. The grass eventually has to get greener. We're in this together. I see you. You're seen. I love you so much. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go. Bye. That's not how I do my intros or outros. Okay, bye.